Busy running around looking at stuff. Wife's enemy number 6, I believe. Or 3 or 4, I don't know. Well, kind of was looking around for stuff. I didn't think it would be in here. I was looking for the stuff for the Osmo Thumb. The Osmo Pocket. Oh, I don't have a pocket. This thing. And they don't have any of it in here. You know, this place would probably be the first place that would carry it, if any. This or Best Buy, but I don't know. I'm not thinking they have it, so. And it's after Christmas, so nobody's carrying much of anything. Ooh, I'm all shadowy. I'm also kind of low. It's because I'm going up and down slopes. Oops. But anyways, I guess I better head home. Noticeably colder as of yesterday, and so they say it'll start snowing on Friday, but it's only supposed to be up to an inch, so that's not much. And I think this might be turning out to be a warm winter, another one. They say on the east coast of the U.S. it's going to be miserably cold and a lot of severe winter weather. What else is new? It seems to be doing that the past couple of years as well. And I remember we had a lot of warm winters. We had, in the late 70s, we had some really cold, miserable winters. And then in the early 80s, it switched around and we started getting a lot of warm winters. And it seemed like all through the 80s we had warm winters around here. And then we had some cold snaps, some pretty good cold snaps in the 90s. But for the most part, I think overall, I think our temperatures have been warmer. I don't know, I'm not a climatologist. It takes somebody that really studies that stuff to really be able to tell you. I guess I could look up some statistics myself. But I don't know. I'm just going by my subjective impressions. I just remember, was it 1982, 83? There were a couple of winters where it was like this in January, where we had actually 80-degree days, quite a few of them, like a lot of the weekends. I remember one time, when I was in Scouts, we would plan our weekend campouts, where we would have our winter campouts would be like an indoor deal where we would go somewhere that would be more of an educational, informational kind of thing, like going to a university. And I know one time we went to Jefferson City to visit the state capitol, and and do all that. We went on a tour of the governor's mansion, and we were staying inside a National Guard armory, but we went outside a lot. And it was in the 80s, and we all brought big heavy jackets and stuff. We could have worn shorts the whole weekend, and that was in the middle of January. And that was the year, I think that was 1983. That was the year that when we did do our first actual camping in tents camp out, which was in March, we got hit with a really bad ice storm, and we weren't exactly, following the scout motto of be prepared. We weren't exactly prepared, and so we had all brought shorts and we were ready to go hiking in the woods and stuff, and instead we all were freezing and sleeping in cars and stuff. It was then that I discovered that a Honda Civic is actually a very comfortable car to sleep in. We thought this was like a tiny roller skate of a car, and it turned out that it was very well proportioned. It was something that impressed me about efficient automotive design versus a lot of American cars. You couldn't get comfortable in them if you had to. Half of them weren't even comfortable to drive. But this car was extremely comfortable, very nimble. It got very good fuel efficiency. But anyway, I digress. I could tell stories forever, and I probably make. You could either take a sleeping pill or you could listen to me. Woohoo!